The news arrived suddenly. China had made a discovery, deep within the remote towering Himalayas. Geologists confirmed the find. It was a deposit of rare earth elements. Initial reports valued it at $120 billion. This was not just another mine, it was a strategic game-changer. The world watched. The implications were immense. This discovery promised vast new wealth. For China, it was a triumph. Its scientists had searched for years. Their persistence had paid off spectacularly. Beijing's leadership was undoubtedly pleased. Such a find bolsters national strength. It secures vital resources for the future. The specific location raised immediate flags. The deposit lay near contested border regions. These areas are disputed with India. The world braced for what came next. What exactly are these rare earth elements? The name can be misleading. They're not all exceptionally rare in the Earth's crust. There are 17 of them: lanthanum, cerium, neodymium, promethium, dysprosium. Each has unique properties. The challenge lies in their extraction. They are seldom found in concentrated, easily mineable forms. Processing them is complex and costly. These elements are the silent engines of our modern world. They are absolutely crucial for countless technologies. Your smartphone screen glows because of them. Electric vehicles run on motors using them. Wind turbines generate clean energy with them. Powerful magnets depend on neodymium. Our technological society is built upon these materials. China currently holds a dominant position. It controls a vast share of global rare earth production. It also dominates the complex processing stages. This is not an accident. It is the result of decades of strategic planning. Beijing recognized the importance of these minerals early. It invested heavily in research and development. It built up a formidable industrial capacity. This was a long-term vision executed with precision. How did China achieve such dominance? Several factors played a role. Lower labor costs gave it an initial edge. For many years, environmental regulations were less strict. This allowed for cheaper, albeit dirtier, production. Crucially, the state provided massive support. Subsidies flowed to rare earth companies. Export quotas were strategically managed. China systematically outmaneuvered international competitors. Many Western producers shut down. They could not compete on price. China's strategy is sophisticated. The location of this new deposit is highly sensitive. It lies in a region where borders are poorly defined, where territorial claims overlap. China and India share a long disputed frontier here. Areas like Aksai Chin remain points of contention. Arunachal Pradesh is claimed by China. For India, this discovery is not just an economic event. It is a direct challenge to its territorial integrity. It is a potential security threat. Old wounds are easily reopened. India's reaction was swift and firm. Alarm bells rang loudly in New Delhi. The government immediately voiced its concerns. It asserted its own claims to the area, or at least to a significant share of the newfound resources. Historical treaties and colonial-era maps were consulted. Diplomatic channels buzzed with activity. India made it clear it would not stand idly by. The stakes were too high. Section 5. India's response: a quest for autonomy. India faces an urgent strategic imperative. It must reduce its heavy reliance on China for rare earths, which are crucial for various high-tech industries. This dependence is a critical vulnerability that could have far-reaching consequences. It impacts both economic development and national security, making it a multifaceted issue. The Himalayan discovery has underscored this urgency, highlighting the need for immediate action. New Delhi knows it must act decisively and swiftly to address this challenge. It needs to secure its own reliable supply of these essential minerals. The future of its technological advancement hangs in the balance, dependent on these resources. This is a matter of sovereign capability and national pride. A key part of India's strategy is to boost domestic production to meet its own needs. India possesses significant rare earth reserves of its own, particularly in monazite sands. These are mainly found in monazite beach sands, which are abundant along the coastline. However, processing these minerals is a major challenge that requires advanced technology. It requires specialized technology and significant investment to make it viable. The Indian government has launched new initiatives to tackle these challenges head-on. It is encouraging private sector participation to boost innovation and efficiency. It is funding research into cleaner, more efficient extraction methods. The goal is self-reliance and sustainability. India is also strengthening its international partnerships to secure a stable supply chain and share technological advancements. Section 6. The Himalayan Crucible. Challenges of extraction. Mining in the Himalayas presents formidable challenges. The environment is one of the harshest on Earth. Operations would occur at extreme altitudes. Workers would face freezing temperatures and thin air. The terrain is rugged and prone to instability. Building the necessary infrastructure will be a monumental task. Roads must be carved into mountainsides. Power lines must be strung across vast distances. Water resources are scarce in many areas. The ecological sensitivity of the Himalayas cannot be overstated. This region is the third pole. Its glaciers feed Asia's major rivers upon which billions depend. The mountains host unique and fragile biodiversity. Large-scale mining carries severe risks. Landslides could be triggered. Water sources could be polluted by chemical runoff. Deforestation would scar the landscape. The potential for irreversible environmental damage is immense. Section 7. A precarious balance, cooperation or confrontation. The stakes have never been higher. The discovery presents a stark choice, a pivotal moment that could shape the future of the region. One path leads towards conflict, a road fraught with peril and uncertainty. This could involve increased militarization of the border, with both sides ramping up their defenses. More frequent and intense standoffs between troops could become the norm, escalating tensions further. It might spill over into economic warfare, affecting not just the two nations, but the global economy. China could use its existing rare earth dominance as a strategic weapon. It could restrict exports to India or its allies, creating a ripple effect in various industries. This is a dangerous game of brinkmanship, where one wrong move could lead to disaster. In such a scenario, there are no true winners, only devastation and loss. Only varying degrees of loss and instability, affecting millions of lives. Alternatively, there is a path of cooperation, a more hopeful and constructive approach, though difficult. It is not impossible. It requires vision and courage. China and India could explore joint development projects, leveraging their strengths for mutual benefit. They could agree to share the resources equitably, ensuring fair distribution and sustainable use. They could collaborate on stringent environmental safeguards, protecting the fragile ecosystem. This approach could build trust over time, laying the foundation for lasting peace. It could help to de-escalate border tensions, creating a more stable and secure region. It would require immense political will, a commitment to dialogue and understanding. It would demand a focus on shared interests over national rivalries, prioritizing the greater good. Section 8. The global chessboard, resources, rivalry and the future. This Himalayan discovery has broad global implications, reshaping the landscape of international resource management. It starkly highlights the vulnerability of existing rare earth supply chains, which are already under significant strain. Most nations depend heavily on China for their rare earth needs, creating a precarious balance of power. This new find could either tighten China's grip on the market, or, if managed differently, offer new sources of these critical minerals. Regardless of the outcome, it forces other countries to accelerate their search for viable alternatives to reduce dependency. Diversification of supply is now a top priority for many nations aiming to secure their technological futures. From Australia to Canada, new projects are being explored and developed to tap into untapped resources. The find fuels the intense global race for technological supremacy. Artificial intelligence, green energy transitions, quantum computing, and next-generation telecommunications all stand to benefit. All these cutting-edge fields depend heavily on rare earths, making them indispensable for future advancements. The nation that controls these critical minerals gains a significant advantage in the global arena. It's a new form of geopolitical competition, where access to resources dictates power dynamics, a technological Cold War fought not with armies but with elements from the periodic table. Access is power and control is paramount. This discovery aligns perfectly with China's long-term ambitions, reinforcing its strategic goals. Programs like Made in China 2025 aim for technological self-sufficiency, ensuring that China remains a dominant player on the global stage.